Now the clothes you're wearing, the contrast is too strong. The color
Mm.
contrast.
I thought it would be
Like,
brown, so
like as like when you put that against the space.
mm, it's too strong. Huh? I was thinking since it's brown, it will. So that's why you're trying to use the lighting.
Um,
Okay, guys, but we need to stop. At least go. Sometimes like, I can't sit down.
Me too.
Okay, let's see. Let's see. Hello, hello. Hello, and welcome to our lunchtime session where high achieving. Oh, let's see. What happened to our sound here? Um, all right. Hello, hello. Are we on? Are we good? All right. Sorry, guys. We're having a bit of technical issues, but I'm here now. Hello, and welcome to our lunchtime session where high achieving entrepreneurs come to 100x their business and purpose. Here, I serve you some hot business nuggets so you can get the tools, keys, and strategies to grow your business. But you know what? Growing your business only happens when you take action. If you don't know me, my name is Mary Ephraim Ekbas, and I am the CEO of Opma Consult, a consulting and marketing company. I help vision led entrepreneurs 100x their business, laying a very important foundation through strategic planning and implementation. We do this by first you create their business success blueprints with a master planning program so you can experience and become financially free and make real impact, build a legacy, and live the life of your dream. This is simply my quest. I've helped several businesses and top brands, they are to 200x on their business through strategic positioning and planning. So, guys, welcome. Thank you for watching, and sorry for the initial hitch and the timing. But we're here. It would be really great to hear from you. Let me know where you're watching from. I would really love to know where you're watching me from. Just drop a note. You're watching live from your city, your town, your country. If you could just let us know. Yes. So if you're joining in on the replay, kindly hashtag replay and make your comments as well so we can acknowledge that you dropped by. All right. So, have you asked this question? This is not fair. Have you found yourself envious of the advantage your peer or colleague enjoys or has enjoyed? Many successful people have only enjoyed this success not based on qualification, skill, but connections. All right. I'm sure you have used that phrase. He or she is highly connected, but in a more malicious way than with real interest to get or have the same or similar advantage as needed for your business or career. So today we are going to turn your envy for good. Oh, yes, those limiting beliefs that have kept you in the dark and made this advantage some for some and only for a certain kind of people and not for you. Today we're going to look at how mentorship or how mentoring can be the advantage that you need in your business. Who is a mentor and how you can easily get mentorship and start enjoying so much advantage in your business and life. All right. So, all right. So I really hope that, you can be part of this. We're going straight to mentorship now. So welcome so much to today's session, masterclass session. And yeah, so today I'm going to be working with slides just to help you digest this even further. All right. So I would really love for you. So we'll be going in and out. The camera will probably be going in and out of for our presentation today or for this masterclass session today. Welcome, welcome to the mentorship and mentor advantage. All right, where we guide you to a successful mentorship that can really help you to be the advantage or get the advantage that you need for your business and plan. All right, your business, your life, your plans, your goals, everything that you need mentorship. And I'm going to tell you why and why this is really important. Okay, now the first part is we are going to be squashing limiting beliefs. I mean, this is important first because we need to lay a solid foundation for you to build on. Because perhaps what has held you back from good mentorship, or even held you back from seeking mentorship, or even understanding why it's necessary or going forward with it and getting the advantage that is there for you to get, is really because of these limiting beliefs. And let's start with some of them. And guess what? You may have even better ones. You want to drop them in the comments. Those belief systems that whether for yourself or for other people, you may want to drop that in the comments. And I would really love to hear your own limiting beliefs or the ones that you have experienced or have seen that other people have experienced. But I just have about 5 that I'm going to share with you. So the first one is you need to wait on a mentor to reach out and choose you. Wow, that is so. That for me is such a lie. It's such a lie. Is as much as you saying that a child will grow up and understand what to do by sitting at home and not going out to look for a school or a teacher or someone that can teach the child. That is the same way. If you believe that you need to wait for someone to find your shining star, and know that you're the next thing, you're the next savior that has shown up and is going to find this star and then come searching for you, or it's going to pick you out in the crowd and say, oh, this guy is so brilliant, this guy is so this and that. Right. So that belief is, just squash that. You're not going to wait around and sit around and wait for anybody to find you. All right. Now, mentors, the second one is mentorship, or mentors must be very rich. I would tell you, I mean, find a rich one if you can find one. And then, of course, the context of rich is in levels. All right. But the idea is you shouldn't be seeking mentorship based on how rich the person is, but you should be seeking for mentorship based on the information that you need. And of course, there is proof that this person has the information because you can see the results that this person has already gotten. All right. The result that the person has shows you that the person can help you to get from, overwhelmed from point A to point B, which is where you want to go. All right. Now, let's look at the next one. Mentors are there to give you money. Mentors are there to give you money. No, that may be one of the things that is holding you back, or maybe one of the things that is, rebuffing people or pushing people away from you, because your whole mindset or your concept of someone who's ahead of you, someone who knows more than you, somebody who has more than you, is all about get. All right. So when you have the get mentality, and mostly on help me with money, help me with financing for my business, help. Of course, you can get a mentor to help you with financing your business. I think that is totally different from expecting that your mentor can help you with your financial, with being financially buoyant, or your needs, or whatever it is. Now, when your mentor needs to even help you financially, it may not necessarily be him or her giving you the money. It might be pointing you to many things or scenarios that can help you to get the money that you need. All right. So, um, yeah, the fourth one is mentorship is free. Now, as far as I'm concerned, that is a huge limiting belief. It's really limiting you at this point. You know why? Because if you're thinking that I have to get mentorship free, or I need someone to mentor me, give me the advantage, give me, and I don't need to pay for it. All right. So you're kind of basing this on a oh, he's rich, he's very rich, he can, why does he need money from me? Why do I need to pay him or her to show me XYZ? Then maybe you're not ready. Okay, because if you're ready, and to honor, as far as I'm concerned, to honor the worth that that person has, and that what the person can do for you, whatever you might be paying or whatever might be asked might just be really a token, because you may not ever be able to afford the blessings that the person really brings into your life. All right. So don't allow that mindset to limit you. All right. And again, I'm squashing these limiting beliefs so that we can have a good foundation to move forward. Okay, guys. Now, the last but not the least, and not even exhaustive, because, like I said, if you have more, please, I would like for you to add it in the comment section. Any limiting beliefs that you believe has or could hold anybody back from getting the advantage that mentorship can bring. Now, the last one is you shouldn't seek for help. Learn to do everything yourself. I spoke little bit about this yesterday when I came on live. Guys, you can't, and I gave an example where I watched my son. He was trying to wear a particular shoe that was kind of difficult for him to wear, and really that type of shoe, man, those shoes that you need a shoe horn for, and he was trying to wear that shoe, and I was well, I would say ignorantly, just insisting that he could do it himself, and it took him almost 30 minutes. He was exacerbated, he was overwhelmed, he was crying, he was upset. I mean, he just couldn't understand why he couldn't wear the shoe, and I kept insisting that he should and that he could. But anyways, I went over to him, I wore him the shoes. In 2 seconds, the shoe was like, yeah, like 2 seconds, the shoe was won. But it brought me to that place where I felt, no, this must be one of the kind of mindset that we've grown up with, where we are pushed to the limit to believe that if we don't do it ourselves, if we didn't learn to do it ourselves, we are less of who we are, or we are not better off, or we're not good people, or we're not good enough. you know so I immediately had to, like they would say, I had to repent of this. I had to quickly tell myself, no, I'm not going to teach my son how to believe that he can do everything himself. So guys, this is what we do to ourselves a lot of times, where we believe that we must do it, and then we spend so long trying to achieve what we could basically get someone else to do. And in doing it, number one, we will do it timely. Number two, we will learn effectively and efficiently how we too can also achieve this quickly. All right. So that is some of the limiting beliefs. I hope that if you have found connection with any one of these, that your mindset will be reviewed, that you start to review your mindset or your belief system about this right now. So let's go into how, how we can get this advantage I'm talking about. Number one, let's look at what is mentorship. Now, mentorship is a relationship in which a more experienced or more knowledgeable person helps to guide a less experienced or less knowledgeable person. But remember, if you notice, I've said less experienced or less knowledgeable, or more experienced or more knowledgeable. Now, what is the difference? You may be experienced, or maybe you might have a lot of experience in running a business, but they might be an aspect of that business that you don't have enough knowledge to be successful at or to implement in your business, and you're making a mess. All right, you need to get someone that is more knowledgeable in that aspect. So remember that a mentor is someone who, it can be older, it can be younger than the person being mentored, but the person must have a certain area of expertise. All right, now guys, let's look at connecting. The other thing is connecting. All right, connecting with purpose. You have to be connected with your individual purpose, why you are here. All right, because you would singularly be empowered by the fact that your purpose will be driving you to be very intentional. You would be able to find mentorship with purpose in mind. Now, when you have purpose, when you are dealing from a place of being very purposeful, all right, in terms of you understand your purpose and you want to implement on this purpose, this will help you with mentorship. All right. First, do you have set goals? Remember, I just talked about purpose. So the core of having purpose is number one, it drives you to have set goals. So do you have set goals based on your life's purpose? All right. Have you written down the goals, the things that you want to achieve? Have you written this down in a way that allows you to clearly see what you're looking for? So, example, if you want to start a business, like I was talking to my accountability partner, and she was telling me that she was switching from one career to the other. And my first question was, okay, why do you think you should be going to this other career? And she told me it was something that she felt she had a more natural instincts towards, even though she's not necessarily skilled yet for it. But that immediately puts the fact that she has identified what she wants to achieve, and she has probably identified purpose with it. She was able to write down the things that she wants to achieve. A of it is first getting skill for what it is. So that already puts her in a place where she knows, I need to find who can help me with this skill. You see where I'm going with that? All right. So what is purpose? Let's look at purpose. What is purpose? Have you ever wondered about this? I can imagine. So purpose really is the reason for which something is done or created. All right. Or for which something exists. So my question to you would be simply, why do you exist? Now you can put that in the chat box. Why do you think that you exist? What are you totally resolved or determined to achieve? Do you have your life and business intentions? And have you understood? Do you have all this spelled out? Do you understand exactly why you exist, why you're here? Now, these are the questions that help you to find your reason. Remember, I said that purpose is the reason for which something is created. Now, guys, I may not really give, we cannot go deep because we're focused on mentorship as an advantage, but this is really the foundation of many things, including finding the right mentor and having the advantage that follows with it. But look out for our program. We're coming up with a program um, that helps you to determine your purpose, get your vision straighten out, get clarity on your business, and also get a blueprint, your master plan that helps you to actually and leads you to success. All right. So look out for that. We will be launching that in a few weeks. You can join that program, and we go in depth into purpose, into finding purpose. But anyways, let's just go a little bit on this. Why purpose? All right. Why do you need to identify your purpose? Or why do you need to really have or find your purpose? All right. Because it helps you to become highly intentional. And one of the one of the key aspect to great mentorship is someone who is intentional, because even your proposed mentor will know when you are determined, highly intentional, and when you are that kind of person that is really organized for your success. They can smell it, and when they know that you mean business, they will mean business with you. All right. So let me just quote Ralph Waldo Emerson and Eleanor Roosevelt and what they had to say about purpose. So the purpose of life is not to be happy. It is to be useful, to be honorable, to be compassionate, to have it make some difference, that you have lived well. All right. Now, purpose of life is to live it, to taste experience to its utmost, to reach out eagerly and without fear for a richer experience, etc. All right. So it's all about finding that happiness, that fulfillment. It's all about finding your usefulness. Remember, there is a reason why you were created. So when you find your usefulness, it's it's an amazing place to start. All right. Like I said, we in this class we're just going to touch on it so that you can look out for it, and you can sit back and ask yourself those questions that I asked you. And if you can answer those questions, great. But hey, if you need some help, like I said, you can reach out to us. We're putting together a program that can be really useful for you in finding your purpose. All right, as a key to moving your business forward, to getting the success that you need and getting clarity in your business. We start with purpose. All right. Now, guys, let's look at mentors. All right. When you become intentional and you now start to look for mentorship, what is the purpose? Who is a mentor, and what is the purpose of a mentor? All right. The purpose of a mentor is to help you excel in your career and become the best version of yourself, the best version. So this may involve helping you achieve your goals. Remember, it's helping you achieve your goals. So now, if you don't have your goals, there's going to be a problem, because the mentor cannot now be as useful. All right. Introducing you to new ways of thinking, challenging your limiting assumptions, and teaching you life's lessons, and much more. Now, you may say, okay, can't a mentor help me set these goals? Of course. And that's why I said one of our mentorship program, or one of our coaching program, is going to help you determine your purpose if you're lost. So that's part of it. But now that you're becoming intentional, because you understand that you don't quite have your goals set, and you need someone to help you get this set. So you see what I'm saying? You see the difference? All right. So another, let me just quote Bob Proctor. I love him. He's an 86-year-old man, and he's the best. He's really good at mentorship and wealth, creating a mind that actually is focused on wealth. And he said a mentor is someone who sees more talent and ability within you than you see in yourself, and helps bring it out of you. He helps to bring it out of you. All right. Now, let me quote Oprah Winfrey and what she had to say about mentorship as well. A mentor is someone who allows you to see the hope inside yourself. All right. So there you go. That's it for mentorship. You can tell those are the reasons why your mentors exist. All right. And we've heard from people that are also mentors, and also have been mentored, by the way. All right. So let's look at who are the different people or the types of persons that can be a mentor to you. Okay, let's I have a list of some. First, your parents can be your mentor. Oh yeah, your parents are your mentor. In fact, they're your first mentors, all right? They brought you up. All right, so your parents are your first mentors. All right? Parents can certainly provide hindsight for life and guidance. All right? They can tell you those instinctive things that you may not be able to tell yourself. All right? So parents are, parents are very important for that. Now the next would be educators and life business, for your life and business. Educators, teachers, people that teach you, or people that educate you on something that you need information on. All right, they are mentors too. And the reason why I'm listing this thing out is because sometimes we are fishing in the ocean when right in front of us we have what we need. All right. But like I said, if you're not intentional about receiving from these people and you take them for granted, or you take their mentorship, you're not intentional about. I think the real big difference is you understanding what you can get from these people in terms of how they can mentor you, and actually ask for it. When you formalize it, okay, it becomes more effective, because then you know what you want to achieve, you know why you need to achieve that, and then they can help you with achieving those goals. All right. Now your spiritual head can also be your mentor. Your spiritual head can be your mentor. For life is both spiritual and physical. So your spiritual leaders can give you guidance for life and business too, depending, when I say business, depending on their own experience. But for sure, there is a lot to learn from everything that exists first in the spirit realm, in our minds, in the spirit realm. All right. So every manifestation is based on something that exists in a different realm, that we remember, we're spirit beings, we're just spirit beings in a body. Okay, so everything is spiritual, and you need to nurture your spirit being, and they can be very helpful for that. Now, another person that can be a very good mentor to you is your boss. Yes, your boss. Uh-huh. So your bosses have so much value and skill that you can learn from. You can learn from it if you recognize this and make sure to get them to show you, or get it from them. All right. Now, a lot of people take their bosses for granted, or just, don't understand what they can add, the value that they can get from their boss. So most times they're sitting in front of someone who has so much knowledge, so much gift, so much skill, so much of the person that can actually pass along to you, but you don't recognize it. So you don't sit your boss down and say, okay, can you teach me how to do XYZ? And remember, guys, we talked about being very intentional. And when you're intentional, you'll be able to identify this. So let me rush through the rest. You can learn from your associates, your peers, people, your colleagues around you, and your team members. They definitely may know something more than you. Remember, I talked about being knowledgeable. They can be more knowledgeable than you in something. So you need to find that out, what they can be, and be intentional about learning, about getting this information from out of them. Your spouse, whether man or wife, it's not one way or the other. Your wife can be very, very useful in mentoring you. Your husband can be very useful in mentoring you. Your people in your relationships, if you're in a relationship as well, they can be a mentor to you. So don't undermine your spouse's capacity to have a keen eye for helping you and mentoring you through life and business. Now, last but not the least, your older siblings. Your older siblings can be quite useful in helping you. They know you very well. They know your weakness. They know your strengths. They've grown up with you. They've seen you born. So your older siblings, they're a huge blessing, as they love you. They love you whether you're good or bad. They love you whether you're stubborn or not. They love you so much, and they're willing to see past your insecurities, your failings, your whatever it is. They're willing to see past that and bless you with the insights they have, with the informations they have, with the things that they have, so that you can get ahead. All right. Okay, guys. So those are the people that can help to mentor you. And this creates improvement in your life, helps you to develop, you get trained, actively trained, you get motivated, you get coached, and you become an inspiration. You become an inspiration to many other people. And that's at that point you can flip the coin and now you become the mentor yourself. All right? Because now you're an inspiration to many other people. They can see how much success that you have achieved in a really short time or in a span of time, and they can definitely move forward. So let's look at most. Let me recap on what we're going to learn today, or what we learned today. So first, what is mentorship? I've talked about that already, and the advantage or the value you get for being mentored. And then we're going to look at how and who can mentor you. All right, and how best to be a mentee. In fact, that is the most important part, because the person might be available to you. The mentor, you might have a mentor, whether it's free or it's paid for, it really doesn't matter. But the truth of the matter is that the person might be given to you, but you might not be in a place of receiving. All right, you might not be in a place of receiving. If you're not in a place of receiving, then that's a huge challenge. All right. Okay. All right. So let's Okay. It seems we lost connection, um, but we're back. Right? Can you hear me? Go ahead. Okay, guys, I'm so sorry. It's like we lost a bit of connection there. The internet just went off, and we had to hook up back. So we're here, and yes, so we were talking about We're talking about mentorship. So now I said, remember that this is all about you. All right, this is about you, because I know that you can make such an impact. You can be such an impact, and you can you can set up yourself to be highly defeated if all you want to do is do it yourself. It's really never it's all about who you know. It's really never about your qualification. It's never just about who you know, but it's about whom you know and what you are exposed to. All right. Now that's a quote from a man, Jaggi, who's a well-known teacher as well. It's never about your qualification. It's really. Now let me ask you a question. Like I said in our statement, have you ever said this is not fair? Really think about it. Have you ever said that this is not fair because you saw the fact that you saw your junior get recommendation, or get an unfair advantage? Maybe someone came for an interview and gets walked in straight on for the interview, while you have been sitting there for hours, and that's only because someone placed a phone call and things just happen. And in the past, I myself would say, "Oh no, that's not fair. You need to get in line." You know, oh, that's not proper. That's not nice. And we make all those complaints, and that's only because we lack the understanding. All right. So mentorship is okay. Just realized I was muted there. Okay, guys. So forgive the hitches. It happens, but we're here. Anyways, so I was saying that if you're going on an entrepreneurial journey, you need a mentor, right? I know how exciting it could be to want to but the issue is that if you go, however, the reality is the idea, you may not know exactly which way to go, who to meet, what to do at that point. So you need someone to help you in your business, what you should be doing with your business, at which times to develop a business, because there are many phases in business, and someone can be at the plateau stage, and then obviously when you have to reinvent your business, and you need all that to move forward. All right, so I'm going to give you 10 reasons today. We're just going to talk about 10 reasons. I really want you to get to the idea of mentorship, and I'm going to just give you 10 reasons why you should get mentorship. All right, and I'll do this real quick. First, Mentors provide information and knowledge, just as I said, and as Benjamin Franklin said, tell me and I forget it, teach me and I may remember. All right, involve me and I will learn. Business, I wasn't that lucky. I wasn't that lucky to start with mentoring. Truly, and this is why I'm very passionate about this topic and talking about it, because I can see I've been in business for over 10 years. So I know its impact on business owners or on us as a career, as professionals, whether you're running a business or you have a career. Now, when I started, I wasn't that lucky to get a mentor. All right, the concept wasn't that, it was elusive. It wasn't wildly understood, or at least I didn't understand it clearly, and I didn't understand its impact. And many people didn't offer themselves to help much. Coach, this today you can get coaching everywhere. You can, but that time it wasn't really that common. All right, so I read a lot. I read from one book to the other. I read a lot, and that was helpful. But the difference, being mentored years later, I totally and have a better advantage, and that I'm being shown and guided. It's different when you read and then you now have to implement. But if somebody is holding your hand through the journey, and if you have hiccups, you can ask questions and everything. In fact, these days, many authors are providing more coaching for their philosophies and theories that are included in their books, because they realize that people read books, but they may not just understand how to implement. There's one thing in getting the knowledge, there's one thing, but being guided through the entire process. Okay, guys, so the next would be mentors can see where we need to improve, where we often cannot. So I was just checking to see if there's anything else. All right, so mentors can see where we need to improve, where we often cannot. All right, that's the second reason. So like George Lucas said, that mentors have a way of seeing more of our faults than we like to see of ourselves. So it's the only way we grow. Constructive criticism is very important. If you really want to know exactly where you are lacking or who could improve those areas, get a mentor. Okay, so that's the second reason. Now, what's the third reason? All right, and I'm giving you 10 reasons to ensure some of you might squash the first one. Oh no, I don't need this. Oh no, it's a buffet. I'm giving you a buffet of reasons to make sure that when you leave this life, or anytime you see this, you would be so stirred up to leave this place and go straight to finding yourself mentorship. All right, because this is really important. Now, the third reason is mentors find ways to stimulate personal and professional growth. The delicate balance of mentoring someone is not creating them into your own image, but giving them the opportunity to create themselves. So my mentor would pose questions for me to think about, and ask me to come back with answers. So the idea is not to exactly become who I could be. I definitely need to be myself. I need to bring out the best in me. All right. So mentors create that balance for you, and you can also use these reasons as the you can use them to you can identify, you can write them down as the things you should look out for when you're looking for a mentor. Oh, I need a mentor to help me with this, or I need a mentor. So I'm giving you ideas even through these 10 reasons why you should get a mentor. All right. Mentors are trusted advisors. So advisors in the world of business, it can be hard to know whom to trust. Okay. So and that you can trust someone. Remember. So especially with proprietary information, intellectual property, since you have he was an objective third party with no stake in. I mean, your mentor is like a third party, all right, and he doesn't have any stake. Maybe he's not available. All right, so you can trust him with advising you on who to work with and who not to work with. All right, that would keep everything confidential rather than sell it to someone else or steal your idea. So, especially for intellectual or proprietary things, when you go to someone who's trusted, a trusted advisor, you are able to talk about your idea in a safe environment that you don't think that somebody's going to steal that idea, take it away. So that's another important part of a mentor. Okay, now let's go to the next one. I think that that would be the fifth one now. All right, mentors are priceless in more ways than one. Typically, a relationship will grow organically. It could through industry and network. So, but recently and more commonly, you could get a coach or get on a coaching program, like I told you about the one that we're putting together, where you get to be mentored. This has been more intentional. So yes, you can have that organic relationship based on your colleagues or people in your industry or the senior people in your industry, but I, I really want you to be more intentional about getting mentorship. Okay, and one of the ways you can be intentional is go get a coach instead of waiting for someone in your industry, or go get someone that knows a lot about or knows much about what you need. A mentor could be free, or you will need to invest. All right. And I say invest in yourself, invest in your personal development. What matters is what they are driven by. If they are driven by the satisfaction of helping another entrepreneur like yourself, that is priceless as far as I'm concerned. And sometimes they may be doing this as paying it forward from a similar experience they had when starting their own business. So for me, this is paying it forward in the sense that number one, I had such a difficulty getting mentorship at the start, and I struggled. I struggled at the start of my business, and even though I still feel like I had some advantage at some point because I of where I was coming from in terms of the my career path already. But I know that if I had mentorship in certain areas, especially in running a business, I would have been the stress would have been less, and I would have been way forward. So that's why I made this topic very key for me to talk about today. All right, so the next would be mentors have the experience you can learn from to prevent making the same mistakes beginners make. Now, for me, this is priceless. This, for me, is really key. The reason why I say so again is starting a business is challenging enough. So if you can skip doing things the hard way, like I said yesterday, instead of stress working, all right, instead of hard working is stress working. Now, if you can actually avoid that, why not? Why wouldn't you? A mentor has been there already, right where you are, and has made numerous mistakes, or at least someone else mentored him so he didn't make the mistakes. So it's made numerous mistakes that they can now use as a basis of helping others to skip the devastating effects of not knowing. So there's something my husband always says. He said, if I go forward and I fall into a ditch, I fall into a hole, I fall into a ditch, and someone is walking right behind me, and the person falls into a ditch. Now, I'm the fool. I fell into the ditch, but the guy that saw me fall into the ditch and walked right into it, now that's the bigger fool. Guys, there is no need to go through stress working when your hard work can pay off real quick, and you can have the turnover that you need by just having someone hold your hands. All right, so what would it take to have someone hold your hands? Mentors can be connectors. Don't forget that. Remember, we started at the beginning and said, have you found yourself asking the questions, oh, this guy is highly connected, oh, don't mind him because he's highly connected with the top, come on, guys, you can also get highly connected. If there's nothing wrong with being highly connected, the only problem you have with it is because you are not highly connected. So let's get you connected now. So mentors can be connectors. playing a dual role of teacher and connector. A mentor can provide access to those within your industry that are willing to invest in your company. So of their skills and expertise. So introduce they are also happy to introduce you to talent that can fuel your business and help you get closer to your target audience and have referrals, etc. Now I have totally enjoyed that. I was on a project and we needed to create a theme song, or we needed to create something, and on that project, and that was going to cost us a lot of money. All right, and this was running into millions. All right, and my sponsor, or rather the person that owned the project, wasn't going to have it. He was not going to pay that kind of money. And I called up a few people that I called up someone that I know. I'm not going to be very specific here. I called up someone that I know, and he's someone that is highly revered in that industry. He's someone that is well known. He's been there for years and everything. And I called him up and I said, he's also like a mentor to me. So I called him up and said, I have this idea and I could do it. And I know that you can help me, dude. What do you think? How can we? And that was the rest was history. I tell you, the rest was history because he was able to bring all the talent I needed, put everybody together, and we had the project done in very little in little time, and also it was spectacular. All right, so I have firsthand knowledge or understanding that benefited from that kind of mentorship, and several examples that I can give to you. All right. So number one, so the thing about it is that when you have connectors, it can reduce the cost that you will spend on a project or an item or an opportunity. It would reduce your cost by, in fact, in an incredible way that you will not believe that is possible. All right, because this person can show you the ropes. Okay, now the next, I think this is two last ones. Mentors as sounding boards. Now that's easy. So we can bounce, like I just told you. Now I bounced off an idea of my mentor. All right, and he gave me unfiltered opinions about what he thought, the way I should go, what I should do, etc. So you have numerous ideas for all types of business ventures and products. All right, so I relayed all of these to my mentors. All right, when I've had several ideas, not just that one, and I relayed all of this to my mentors, and they've helped me to see which one had potential and why others were better than some, and why I had to leave some alone, like leave it alone, or it's not a good time, or it's not a better time, etc. All right. Now, the other thing is that mentors offer encouragement and help keep us going. Our mindset is so important. The mindset is the difference. Your mindset, and I think that is the key thing that this class is really. I'm really trying to shift your mindset when it concerns mentorship, and to get you to that place where you really understand what mentorship can do for you and how you can be and have the advantage. Like Oprah Winfrey stated, a mentor is someone who allows you to see the hope inside yourself. So, better perspective. It helps you to have a better perspective. Not caving, not give up, cheer you on, and believe when you are not believing. So, many times I have a coach. And many times, and I can tell you, she is one person that has gotten me to the place in terms of bringing me out to telling me, oh, you can do it, you can go live. And that's how it all started. And I started to go live, and I started to share my knowledge and understanding live. It was a mentor that got me to this place. It was a mentor. And I can tell you that in the few months that I have been going live, I have met incredible people. Either they're reaching out to me or I'm reaching out to them. Well, I'm very intentional about my connections. I'm very intentional about the people that I want to meet, and I'm reaching out to them. And I've met amazing people. All right. I met Dr. Kintayo on this show. I've met so many people already, and it's just been a few months. So that's the power of mentorship. That's what a mentor can do for you. So, guys, today I'm just going to stop here. But on Thursday, I'm going to continue. I'm going to show you who, how you can get mentored, how you can find good mentors, and how you can be mentored. All right. And obviously, what a mentor, I can show you, share with you more of what a mentor can do for you. And I'm only trying to split this into two so that and you're not overwhelmed. And then, you can digest this, and then let's talk some more on Thursday. All right. So don't forget, on Thursday we are going to come back with the part 2 of this session. But the main thing is mentorship. Having a mentor is not a sign of weakness, guys. It shows that you are smart enough and driven enough to succeed. Being mentored, being mentored is so important. No one is too good or too successful to have a mentor. You are never too old, clever, or experienced to have a mentor. In fact, most successful persons that I know have been mentored. Successful people have mentors. In fact, that's a sign that you are going somewhere and that you are successful when you have mentors. And remember, I didn't even just say mentor, I'm talking about mentors, because you can have people that are specialized in one area, and you have other people that are specialized in other areas, and some people that are good in one area and some people that are not good in one area. But that's why it's important for you to find your purpose. And when you find your purpose, you find your goals, you set your goals. And when you know your goals, you're linking the mentorship to your goals, to the defined goals the goals that you want, how you want to how you want the mentor to mentor you. All right. And that's determined on your goals. So that's from me to you today, as promised, that we were going to discuss about mentorship. So don't forget, if you're watching the replay, please hashtag replay. Thank you so much for coming in. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this masterclass, to actually, but please, more importantly, just go off looking for a mentor. Look at the goals that you've set for yourself and ask yourself, if I want to write a book, who has written a book that I like? If I want to do a podcast, who owns a podcast, or who can help me to set up my podcast? If I want to if I want to start a business, who has started a business and who can help me? Those are the framework that you need to go. But it has to be linked to your goal, so that you're purposeful, you're intentional, and it's beneficiary to you and the mentor, because the mentor can see the transformation that happens quite quickly. All right. And you're also able to plug in mentors to their expertise, what it is that they know, they do best. All right. And that level of clarity helps your mentor and yourself to be highly effective and efficient. I hope this was really helpful. Thank you so much for being here. If I missed out your comments, oh, Vincent, thank you so much. If I missed out your comments, I would be looking at that right after this session. Thank you, and have a wonderful day ahead, and see you on Thursday. We might be live tomorrow, but it won't be a masterclass. But on Thursday, we will continue on this masterclass. Take care.